Before watching this movie, I saw a little Letterboxd review that said that this movie was just incredibly devastating. And honestly, for a while in this film, I was questioning that review. I was like, oh, it's not that bad. And then it got to one point and I was just like, oh my god. Never mind. This is wow. When it comes to just devastation with a movie. So, The Iron Claw is a movie starring the guy from High School the Musical, the guy from The Bear, and the guy from A Triangle of Sadness, and together they make a pretty good movie. Seriously, Zac Efron, to me this is the equivalent of Good Time for Robert Pattinson. At least for me, because now I get it. Zac Efron is a really talented actor. Just like with Good Time, I began to get it and realized that Robert Pattinson was a really good actor. And my god, he got shredded too for this film. Like, he looked the part and then he played the part even better. His performance is one of the best of the year, and I hope it gets the attention it deserves now that it is out in theaters for people to see. Jeremy Allen White too does a really good job in his supporting role. Really, the entire ensemble of this film is great. They all do a great job. This is one of the better ensemble casts of the year, and you really feel the chemistry just between the entire family. So this film, it tells the story of the Von Erich wrestling family, a family that is said to be one of the best families in wrestling history, but also a family that is said to be cursed. And this is their story. I don't want to say anything more about it because honestly, it's probably better that you go into this movie without knowing their story and watching it and then learning more about it afterwards, like I will be doing. And yeah, I thought it was excellent. The direction here was great. Like I said, all the performances were great. Cinematography, all the fights were just, you could feel the sweat. You could feel the hot lights beaming onto the fighters, and just the bits of behind the scenes of the wrestling that they showed was just really interesting. I found it really interesting just to sort of see the intricacies of coordinating these types of fights, and you know, the passion that all of these people exuded for wrestling, but just also the sadness it kind of brought them was shown just so powerfully. At the end of the day, this is a really powerful film about what it means to be a parent, or at least that's the meaning that I took away from this film. And I really recommend it to anybody who this film might seem even slightly interesting to, because honestly, it's better than the trailers look, and I thought the trailers were fantastic trailers. So with that being said, The Iron Claw gets 4.5 stars. In terms of the Oscars for this film, I don't really know, because it's coming out so late in the year and isn't really getting any attention, at least right now, from the Golden Globes or from the Critics' Choice. So hopefully a lot of people see this film and begin to rally around it, and then I could see it having a bit of a future at the Oscars and other awards. But if not a lot of people see this film and no one really rallies behind it, I don't see this film having much of a future at any awards, let alone the Oscars. So if you like this film, please campaign for it. Post a little bit about it on Twitter, you know, really fight for this film to get the attention it deserves, because Zac Efron especially really deserves an Oscar nomination here. If there's one thing that this film should be nominated for, it is him for sure. But what about all of you? Have you seen The Iron Claw? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below, and while you're down there, feel free to like and subscribe, because this is a very small channel that I am so passionate about, and I would love to have your support. Thank you so much for tuning into this review, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.